The clear profile command can be used to create a toolpath to machine a surface away very quickly. And the clear profile command uses boundaries to stay within. So if we wanted to machine away the surface of this panel, we just simply create a boundary by creating a toolpath like we normally would. And let's make it start outside the panel. We don't need to use a tool number or depth because we're just creating geometry to create the boundary to tell the tool where to stop and start. So we'll make a boundary around the part using parametric values. And we can use the closure command to complete the boundary. We do need to do one more thing to define this as a geometry and not a toolpath, and that's go to the mill setup command and right click and choose disable machinings. We can also do the same thing by at the mill setup clicking exclusion. Either way, we'll treat this as geometry and not a toolpath. So once we've done and created our boundary, we go into the clear profile command and we can choose a tool. Let's choose a larger diameter tool. And you can see it brings in the tool radius, which is 12.5 millimeters. The edge covering is like an overlap, and in this case it's going to overlap by 5% of the radius. The initial Z is how deep we go into the material. With a tool this large, we may only want to machine away, say, 3 millimeters of material at a time. And Z clearance, in this case, we won't use, but we'll talk about that later. And then we can have it clear toward the inside or toward the outside. If we start with the outside, the tool starts in the middle and works its way out. And we'll talk about these different clearing methods in just a minute. But with these settings, we'll quickly generate a tool path to machine out this entire surface. Now to look at a more complicated toolpath, let's say we had some type of a profile inside here that we wanted to machine around but leave the profile intact. Okay, let's say that this is our profile that we want to machine around but leave this intact. So like the outside profile, we're going to go and exclude this profile and turn it into geometry. And then to machine away this material inside the external profile but avoid this, then we have to choose the outside profile, go back to our clear profile command, and let's choose a little smaller tool since we're machining in some tighter spaces. Let's choose this 1/2 inch tool, and it brings in its radius. And then let's also choose to avoid the island in the middle, or the profile in the middle, we have to choose this method. This is, we're telling the clear profile command that as you work your way in from the outside, expect to encounter one or more islands in the middle. So we choose this method, and the clear profile command will come up to this profile but then avoid it. And these red lines that you see are positive Z moves as it picks up and moves over this profile and to leave it intact. So you can see the red lines are above the part, and you can see how quickly the toolpath gets generated to completely machine away all the material, avoiding our profile in the middle.